Well, hello, hello, lovelies. I got a chalkboard. I'm so excited to use it. Get to be all teachery mode today, and it's really exciting. Um, so surprise, surprise, we have another twin flame related video. But of course, I'm here just sharing my experiences, right? I know a bunch of you are dealing with similar but your own version of this thing we like to call a twin flame journey. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Kat, and I am a magical, mystical, magnificent, ethereal being. That's the best way I could put it. I resonate with so many different aspects of a life. I guess I could put it that way. I feel resonance with star beings of all kinds, animals, plants, bugs, you name it. So I just kind of feel like my soul has been all throughout this universe, and I really just genuinely love and resonate with all aspects of life. So I don't stick or hold on too tightly to those labels. I'm really just more so here sharing the experiences that I have so that I can be relatable and, yeah, maybe, I don't know, spark an epiphany or an awakening or something in you that is exactly what you need. So thanks for being here. Thank you for joining me if you are new. And as always, thank you to my lovelies who are returning. Thank you for all of your love and your support and your energy exchange and your contribution. And thank you so much for the work that you're doing, because as we all know, the individual work is having a collective effect. It really is. So if somebody hasn't told you today or enough, you are so loved, you are so seen, and everything that you are doing is so genuinely appreciated. If by nobody else, by me, really. Can't do it alone. We really can't. So yeah, I think I'm just going to get into it. As you could tell by the title, I am saying that yes, I believe the twin flame journey is an experiment, not a love story. So, what is my basis to that? Well, I can say that my ideas are not completely original. If you've been following along with me, I do reference here and there a guy by the name of Kurt. His YouTube channel is called New World All Star. All Star. I think in one of my other videos I said All Stars with an S, but it's not. It's just New World All Star. He is a twin flame coach. He has coached over 7,000 people. Yeah, I won't get into it. But basically, I can attribute this beauty right here to him and to his epiphany. But he uses this diagram pretty often to kind of explain really what it is, like what is the twin flame journey. um I had recorded this earlier, but I just looked at the clock and it was 3:33. I felt like it was almost a little bit too much. I kind of wanted to get to the point without so many detours, which happens with me often because that's just kind of how my brain works. And I want to share so much that often I get distracted and pulled into different directions. So basically, where I want to start is kind of like how our universe was created to an extent, in summary, um, and what we're really doing here, and how that kind of plays in with like twin flames and soulmates and stuff. So essentially, our universe was designed with coding, light, sound, and then you add in consciousness. So basically, over some time, like I said, I'm going to summarize because it's a long story. Basically, over some time, because of the different rules and coding, if you will, within this matrix, like free will, you had fractals of source that basically There's a lot of warring over power. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. I mean, look at how things are now. That's how things have been for a really long time. Um, but eventually, what that led to was this prison planet that we kind of live on, this prison reality, if you will. And it's kind of been like this for about, I would say, it's like 10 to 11,000 years. So with the way that this matrix, this world, this universe is designed, it's much like a computer or like a game. It is coded in cycles, and I've heard the reference of the 26,000. I don't know if that number is debatable or not, um, but there has been a cycle of 24. I think it's 24 to 26,000 years. Um, where essentially this prison planet that we have lived in has been has been able to thrive. And we have just recently shifted out of this cycle. Um, why did this happen? Again, warring over power. You reach a level of power where, well, that's what happened. You had these beings that basically reached a level of power that distorted this divine blueprint that our whole entire matrix is built off of, which led to their mortality. And in order to maintain the power that they had basically attained without, um, without losing everything and going back to source, as space dust, was by creating this world that we live in, harnessing our energy by creating chaos. So we've been living in this prison of low frequency, low density, and we've just been incarnating over and over and over again. And in doing so, especially on Earth, this has fragmented parts of our soul. So what we have here is basically your oversoul, your higher self. That's your energy fingerprint. So if we look at it like the disco ball, that's your fractal, and your fractal has its own coded energetic fingerprint. Your mom, your dad, your brother, whatever, they all have their own coded fingerprint as well. It could be very similar to yours, but it's still going to be different. Where twin flames play in that is your twin flame also shares your energy fingerprint. How? So we go back to that whole fragmentation part. So outside of this energetic prison that we live in, time and space don't exist. So all of these fragments of you are existing all at one time. So essentially what's happened is you've lived a life over here in 1476. You've probably lived other lives in between then, who knows where. But because of this prison that we've lived in, it's forced us into that cycle of dying and coming back and dying and coming back, and then that fragmentation. So what I mean by fragmentation is even though you died and you're no longer, your energy, your fingerprint is no longer in a body in 1476, your energy is still there. It's still fragmented there on a timeline there. So what we're doing here, I feel collectively, is we're trying to ascend. And what that looks like is healing and calling back those fragments of us. So, and I can only speak on my personal journey. Again, as always with everything I say, you have to kind of take it as it resonates. But with my personal journey, with the whole twin flame situation, I feel that from this higher oversoul perspective, I chose to do this experiment of incarnating me as the highest expression of myself, incarnating with another fragment of me, another incarnation of me, whether it's me from 1476 or it's me from 1887. I decided to incarnate as my highest self, and then also pull that life, that incarnation into physical reality with me at this time for the intent and purpose of a quicker, more rapid transformation, a quicker, more rapid ascension, I guess you could say. Am I anywhere close to being to that, what people would say is 5D? No, because I don't feel like I'm meant to be at that point just yet. I feel that it is in my mission to help people cross that bridge from the 4D to the 5D, because we're in that 4D, that space, that still allows for duality, but it allows for spiritual awakening as well. So it allows for people to be in the world, but not of it. So you can still access the beautiful frequencies of the five dimensional energy, without being subjected to the rules and the laws of the duality within the fourth dimensional reality, if that makes sense. But either way, so this transformation is going to look very, very different, for everybody. But essentially, what it all comes down to is whether you're on a twin flame journey or you're not. The whole point is calling back these fractals. I just looked at the clock and it said 11:11. The whole point is calling back healing and calling back integrating all of these pieces of us that have been fragmented throughout all space and time. So with the twin flame journey, it just so happens that one of these fragments of you is in a physical body. The epiphany I had was that physical 3D union was never going to happen for me. Again, I can only speak on my own situation, my own experience and journey. It was not going to happen for me until I healed all of these other parts, but not for the purpose of this relationship, this love story that I was promised. It all has everything to do with healing and transforming and remembering who you are. Now, I agree with everything that Kurt says, except when he says that he doesn't believe that twin flames are here on some sacred or huge mission. I disagree, because I can speak for myself. I feel like I'm on a huge mission. I look at what he's done. He's brought over 7,000 twin flames together, like over 7,000 people together with their twin flames. That's 14,000 people. I just looked at the clock and said 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see what I mean? It's like that's where I disagree, is I feel like you wouldn't choose an experiment like that. You wouldn't choose to awaken more quickly if you didn't have some kind of purpose, some reason to do so. Not diminishing that the journeys that other people are on. I see other people that are on very divine, beautiful missions where they're healing, and then they have a counterpart that they've contracted with that are also healing, and then they come together and they also have these beautiful divine unions. Because again, like I said, regardless of whether it's a twin flame or it's not, the goal seems to be the same for everybody. Awakening, ascension, balance, harmony, unconditional love, peace, joy, all of these things. It's just going to look a little different in different ways. So yeah, I don't know. I just thought this was super fascinating. I really wanted to share that, just because I feel like a lot of people might still be kind of lost on this whole twin flame journey. They might feel like they want to give up, but I think that's the point where things start to change. And that's the whole purpose, this whole runner chaser thing. That is a scientific thing. That I genuinely feel like the whole purpose of that is to put you in a state of like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And then it forces you into focusing on yourself. It forces you into focusing on your growth and finding out and remembering who you truly are, that you're this beautiful, powerful, ethereal being. And you just, decided to bring another part of you into this world to kind of fast track that awakening. And did it in such a really beautifully orchestrated, interesting way. So yeah, I'm sure there's more that I could touch on with this, but that was kind of the basis of it. If there's anything else, I might, make another video, but I think that's going to be it for now. So thank you guys so much for tuning in if you made it all the way through. And as always, love, light, and blessings to you beauties. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so, so much. I don't even have the words to even articulate the love that I have for you guys and the appreciation and the gratitude. So, yeah, love, light, blessings. If you haven't already and you would like to join our tribe, please subscribe. But if not, thank you for stopping by and have a beautiful rest of your day.